Hey guys, I'm Dirk Duram with Toby Key Tour. Been on tour with Toby for 15 years now. We're in San Bernardino this evening. I'm running a brand new Midas Pro X. Last night was my first show on it. Had a very successful show and really digging the console. My first Midas experience was probably back in like '96 at a show buyers convention in Wichita, Kansas. I went up there with a band out of Tyler, Texas called Perfect Stranger, and was a brand new Midas XL4 then. They just got rid of their XL3, and I fell in love with the console and pretty well been with Midas ever since. With me switching to digital, I really didn't want to, but I knew it's a smart thing to do since analog was getting so old and everybody's digital now, and it's just the way to go. I followed all the way in and came out smelling like a rose, so I'm very happy with it. It wasn't hard to learn. It's really responsive and sounds great. It's got not only width, but it's got plenty of depth, and that's what I was looking for. Other digital consoles I've been on just didn't seem to have the depth or any tone at all to them. They were just neutral. The Midas actually sounds like my XL4. It's got plenty of depth, plenty of headroom, quiet as a mouse, and just actually fun to mix on. One of the reasons that I held off so long going digital was I always wanted to use my outboard gear here. I get a lot of my sound out of my outboard gear. Each compressor's got its own identity, its own signature, its own sound. And I didn't want to give that up because that plays a big part in me getting my sound. And when I was told by Midas that I could use all this now with their Neutron processor, was fast enough to stay up with my outboard analog gear, I thought I'd give it a try, and they weren't lying. It's been perfect. You know, coming out of the analog world, because I was so fond of analog, I collect vintage stereos at my house. Old Macintoshes, old Kenwoods, all that stuff, so I'm really into the old analog sound. And this Midas doesn't sound digital at all to me. With the analog pre's, I can just drive the heck out of it and trim it back with the digital pre's and put the console right where it needs to be in a sweet spot, like all Midases with the first yellow blinking, and I can't do that with any other digital console. I will say this, the learning curve on it is pretty fast, actually. For an old analog guy like me that barely wears a smartphone, I adapted to it really quick. Toby's manager last night was just raving about how good the show sounded, so I think we're on the right track. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all coming out to the show, and I think you're really gonna enjoy the show, and I'll catch you next time.